Today we're going to try out my watercolor brush pens to see if they've dried out. So we're just going to use this office pad that's specifically for watercolor. I'm going to see if these have dried out, if they still work, because I haven't used them in a long time. I hope they still work. Let's rip off a page from this so that watercolor doesn't bleed through. Okay. Oh yeah, okay. The reason they dried out is because in this case, rather than it being where it is now, it was like half off. All these caps were half off for a long time. I fixed the caps. What's up? Is that a phrase? Okay, let's see. Yeah, you can see how dry that is. I have a watercolor specific brush. So you put water into this reservoir. So I'm gonna open this up. I mean, it still has pigment to, use for watercolor pen again. Okay, when you activate it with water, then it's maybe okay, maybe usable. So it might be reverse versus how I was using it before. I need to put this onto water rather than putting water onto this. Yeah, I don't know whether to keep it or not. Is this way too dry? We'll see. Because we're going to test out the next one, which is this red. So hopefully, this tip does not look good. Yeah, look, that pigment just smeared onto it. Yeah. Also, probably a lost cause. I'm gonna, instead of putting it, and then just use this like regular brush. Whoa, the pigment looked brown, it turned so white. Yeah, there's a lot more pigment there than the blue for sure. I don't like how it was caked up, like on the tip. There's definitely more to save on this, but is it worth it? I have other watercolor pigments, why would I keep the brush tip pen if, the brush aspect isn't working out? Okay. There's definitely more to save here than the blue one. Yeah, it's wet. Okay, then the blue one is a lost cause, this one's fine. This is my official verdict. Yeah. So, tick for that one. Put the red one back into the case. This one up. Would be this. Similar results to the blue one. Maybe a little bit more to it, but yeah, okay. This already had water, that's why it's darker there. Yeah. Okay. Oh, yeah, I remember this. It also isn't like a perfect black. You know, the edges might be a perfect black. Watercolor, it's very greenish, actually. I don't know if that's showing up on camera, but definitely IRL. Maybe not salvageable. Maybe just for some highlights, lowlights, I mean. I don't know. Maybe I'll just put a question mark instead. It does seem like there's more to salvage here than compared to measure. This next one is green one. Nice green color, so I hope it's pigment. Yeah, darker for sure. Yeah, I think if I got this tip just wet, yeah, look at that. Yeah. Okay. Interesting. You know what? I will go back and test the tip of the light blue. Just what happens if I dip it in. You know, is it actually as dry as I think it is? So let's get that blue. It's definitely salvageable, actually. This seemed like the driest, and it's actually usable like this. Yeah. This consistency looks a lot more like a marker. So maybe I don't get to use it like a watercolor. Interesting. This is a more dark blue. Dry. Okay, you know the rules now. Let's see how it looks like. Dip that into the water. Vibrant. Delicious. Now let's see what it looks like. Take pigment into there and add water that way. Okay. Interesting. Yeah, you see when I dip the pen into the water, what comes out is honestly a lot more marker-like. It doesn't lift from the page the way you want it to. Which is okay, you know, it's a good color. It's still the most usable, like a watercolor. Next up is a pink. So not my favorite pink, but we'll see. This by now. Dip it in. See that ink come out. Oh, okay. I'm curious now. Maybe this could be good. As it stands, it seems like when you leave it on dry, just put pigment on, and then put water on it, then it looks more like how you'd expect a watercolor to look. If you try to go over it with this wet, it'll look like a marker. I think overall, just having watercolor that's already in a pen like this maybe wasn't what I wanted. Let's see. This is a gray, a true black. Let's see. Put all of these at the end of the video. See if they really are, usable. I'll draw that. Maybe this one, which you can see, hopefully you can see gray in it. It wasn't just because it was be left on my brush, because the last color before that was red. You would expect this to be reddish, but it isn't. This is blue, even though what's on here is kind of pink. Okay, this is what I meant by the caps were off because of this. They needed to be pushed up. Caps pushed down, but this is not letting it be that way. But we are over halfway through. We have 5 more to test. Fresh new start. Let's go in with this purple. Drier than the gray even. Right there. Go in that water. The release is promising. Yeah, there's not a pink in there. Right. Let's get this going here. When it's already wet, if you want to use like watercolor, you gotta just put it on dry. Hope you have enough paper to go over it. With this, that's how you'll darken up spaces. But no, you can't really lift a wet anymore. You can't really add. Okay, I'll do a lot of experimentation with this before our final drawing. Let's see here. Next up is a yellow. Oh, it's caked on again, like that red, which was my favorite so far. Yeah, it just really comes out, this watercolor pigment. But again, at that point, it's like, why are you using, the brush of this is really, the nature of the product is flawed. I will just take this pigment, honestly, off the tip to use it. Okay. So what came out was very beautiful and orangey, honestly. And when you get water, it becomes very, very yellow. We'll see what it dries as, of course. Okay, that's fun. Maybe it's because I need to change this water. So I will do that quickly right now. Fresh new water.